I have something super exciting to share today. It is my 1 year carniversary, and it is 19 months sober for me. Woo! I am super excited to have 19 months sober off of alcohol. And when I hit that 2 year mark, wow, that is going to be something special. That will be pretty incredible. And I just want to remind you, in case you don't already know this, that you are capable of doing and accomplishing anything. Anything that you put your mind to, you can have it. You can do it. Sobriety is difficult in this world because it is so normalized to drink. The same with sugar. Sugar and alcohol is like the social norm. Everybody's doing it. Every event and, gathering, there's always booze and there's always sugar, treats. And they are both toxic. What this stuff does is lowers your energy, lowers your frequency. It is detaching you from God and from source, from the creator, whatever you want to call it, the universe. These things, I believe, are intentionally designed to keep us down. And the marketing for it is extreme. It is everywhere. Drinking is everywhere. And then when you stop drinking, it's really obvious and it's really noticeable how much people drink. I wasn't really aware when I was in that world because you're just drinking all the time for fun, when you're sad, when you're angry, like camping, movies, whatever, like lunch breaks, whatever. And it's not good for us. It's not good for you. I don't care how much you want to justify your addiction thinking that, oh, a little bit of red wine, it's good for you, it's good for your heart. Like, it's poison to your liver. But that's your choice. If you want to drink, go ahead and drink. If you want to have a relationship with the Creator and manifest a better life and really, truly, create the life of your dreams and have less drama and not lose stuff or break things, then let it go. Release it. Stop drinking. And for my carniversary, 1 year since I decided to try being carnivore, I will be straight up and upfront and honest with you. Full disclosure over this last year. I have relapsed, and I am going to call it a relapse in food because this stuff is addictive. It is harder to quit sugar and carbs than it is to quit alcohol and drugs. Hands down. Hands down. Food, it can't even be called food. It's a fucking drug. It is addictive. It is designed that way. This is intentional. This is being done intentionally. And I think on a deeper level, this is being done to keep your frequency low, to keep you from ascending to a higher level of consciousness, and to keep you from connecting to God, and to keep you from discovering that true power within you. Because throughout my year of trying to be carnivore, and I'm not done, I'm still trying to get very serious with only meat and eggs. But I had a lot of lessons along the way, so it wasn't all bad. Nothing's really bad. I learned that when I eat sugar, when I relapse on treats, which is not really a treat when it's causing you harm. But when I indulged, I noticed a difference in my ability to meditate, in my ability to just feel good, to generate that like happiness and joy. I couldn't get there. And my mood the following day was just in the trash. So you don't really notice these things until you abstain and then you try it again. So that's great. That's great that I had these experiences. I know now I can't eat sugar. And it's not to say that I won't ever be able to have some of these things again, but for now, my body does not enjoy things like sugar, gluten, oils, even fruits. I didn't eat a lot of vegetables anyways, so that one didn't really, I don't have a lot of testimonial on the vegetables, but like fruit, if I go to town on a bunch of fruit, my joints get inflamed. My hands get stiff because my joints, everything gets painful and stiff. If I eat gluten and sugar, my rash wants to come back. It wants to come back on like my forearm will get bumpy. Oils will really trigger my rash. And something like a butternut squash set me off, pushed me over the edge, and it was on my neck, my arms. So it goes to show me, for my situation, that right now, in my state of healing, where I'm at in my journey, I have to abstain from things like carbs and maybe not all carbs. Avocado seemed to be okay. Rice seems to be okay. But pastas, breads, it's not going to serve me well. Sugars, grains for the most part. And when I say rice is okay for me, that means every once in a while. So I eat a lot of beef, salmon, eggs from my chickens, but just the yolks. I've cut out the whites. And that's because the whites react with a lot of people. And why is that? Well, it turns out they use proteins from egg whites in childhood vaccines. And so when something is injected into the body and it has a hyperreaction to the substance being injected, every ingredient in those injections, you're then going to have reactions to those same proteins later on in life. And you can do a simple search online to find out the different proteins in egg whites and cross-reference that to what they're putting in the vaccines. So I haven't tried eating egg whites since I cut them out. I will at some point and see how I feel. I have introduced fulvic acid into my regimen in an attempt to help heal my gut, heal my back injuries, and who knows what else. But the whole carnivore thing is not for everyone. And in fact, I'm a little bit frustrated with it. It is not fully for me. I am not going to be an all meat, only meat eater all the time forever. I can already tell you right now, that is not going to be my journey. I got to figure out what I need to heal and then go from there. But I want health and wellness more than anything. I want a soul connection with a higher spirit more than anything. And in order to do that, I have to cut out the things that are preventing me from that connection. Another thing that I realized is severely impairing me is coffee. Caffeine is probably not good for anybody. People think they need coffee. I think you just need to take a break and let your body adjust to normal cycles. You need amino acids. So when you are craving coffee, maybe you didn't sleep well at night. Maybe that's because you didn't have good melatonin. And that could be because you don't have enough tryptophan to make the melatonin for you to sleep properly. Maybe you need proper catecholamines like norepinephrine and epinephrine. And you perhaps need phenylalanine and tyrosine to make these catecholamines and dopamine and all the neurochemicals and biochemicals and neurotransmitters that we need to operate in a normal, balanced lifestyle. Proper sleep, joy, happiness, feeling good, that is our natural state of being. This shouldn't be something we have to struggle for. This isn't something that we have to search out, like we have to get through addictions like smoking pot, doing drugs, drinking alcohol. You shouldn't have to drink booze to have fun and to feel good. It's completely counterintuitive. And I only speak of these things from a place of experience because I used to be that person. I used to be that person to go out and drink. Every sporting event, every concert, every restaurant, anything going out, there was alcohol. That's unfortunate. 18 years of my life was surrounded with alcohol and partying, doing drugs, and I've been extremely nutrient deficient and mineral deficient. And a lot of these things, I think, are a search to connect at the very root of it. Because we have hard emotions, right? You have anger and deep sadness and traumas and everything from growing up. So people abuse themselves to escape those emotions. And those emotions are the opposite of feeling good. And feeling good is that connection with the spirit. And so you're trying to get back to feeling good, right? So you're consuming substances to feel good because you really are looking for that connection with God. I like the word God. I think it's just easiest. Some people like the universe. I don't really care what you call it. The point is that is what our goal is here. That is what it means to be human, is to go through the human experience and the human condition and to find your way back to that source that creates you, that created you, that sustains your life. What is that life force that sustains you and keeps you breathing? What is that force, that creative energy that puts life into all the living things, the animals and the plants? That source is what we all strive to find again and get back to. And I can tell you with my experiences that you are being kept away from pure, true, honest happiness and joy and that connection with a higher power by consuming things that bring you down, like sugar, like coffee, drugs, and alcohol. Even a lot of plants are not good for you. They are toxic. They are straight up poison. Spinach is poison. I can't emphasize this enough, and I'm not exaggerating when I say spinach is literally toxic poison, and it should not be a food. Some plants are okay with being eaten, like fruits, but they're meant to be eaten in the summer, not all year round, not in every region of the world. We have detached ourselves from nature so much, people don't even know where their food comes from. They don't have a clue. Some people literally think that their food comes from the grocery store. Man. If you can't realize that your food comes from God's earth, how are you ever going to find that connection within to God? This has been a huge spiritual journey for me. And I'm on my way to health and wellness, and I'm not sure exactly how to fully get there yet, but I'm figuring it out. And I'm sharing that journey along with you to maybe give you some ideas and inspirations for yourself. Your journey is going to be different. You're going to have to find your own way and navigate this world and this life and your body by connecting with God and listening to that little voice in your gut, in the back of your mind, that intuition that's telling you, this is not what you need. This is what you need. You know deep within you what it is that you need and what it is that's going to heal your body and bring you closer to a connection with the creative source that provides all things to us. If you want to manifest things in your life, if you want to experience the abundance and magic of life, I suggest you listen to the source that is providing all these things, the source that is providing you with life. For me, I was led to carnivore. I'm led to abstaining from sugar and coffee. I am led to detoxing with TRS. And I'm being led to fulvic acid and amino acids. And the amino acids, I tell you, are life-changing. When you have your nutrients and your minerals in balance and you start getting rid of all these toxins and all this shit from your body, the days just look brighter. You feel lighter and better just for no reason. To feel good for no reason it's a miracle. It is truly something miraculous, and it is a gift. A gift. Man, I'm getting all emotional. A gift that I never thought I would have. To just simply feel good and just be and be grateful for the abundance that you already have is such a blessing. And I wouldn't have gotten there if I hadn't gotten drugged at the bar and gotten sober. I wouldn't have gotten to this place if I hadn't gone through the most painful breakup of my life to push me into this spiritual journey. I wouldn't have gotten here if I hadn't gotten really sick and forced me into surrender and forced me into changing everything I eat. So sometimes when you have really hard things that you're going through, it's leading you somewhere. It's leading you somewhere amazing. Please remember that when you're going through hard times, when you're struggling, when you don't know what to do or where to go, your answers are there. And you just have to take it one day at a time and actually surrender. And that can look like literally saying out loud, I surrender. I've done it. I will just throw my hands up, literally throwing my hands up, saying, I give up. I surrender. I give up. I release resistance and I surrender. And it's kind of working. So I'm excited to see where things go. And I'm really excited to continue this carnivore journey. And I'm excited to get to 2 years sober. It's coming up in November. I will probably cry. I'm looking forward to a lifetime of joy and happiness, even despite what is going on in this crazy world. I don't care what you think the external circumstances are. That doesn't mean you have to experience it. What are you choosing to put your attention and your perspectives on? Are you focusing on the goodness of life and your own personal greatness? Or are you going to spend your time and energy focused on all the shitty craziness going on in the world and in the agendas and, you know, all the horrible people and all this crazy, just evil stuff going on? Do you really want to give that your attention? Is that how you want to spend your days? Trust me, I've been there too. I've gone down some rabbit holes and I know how dark it is in this world. And that is exactly why there needs to be more people who are connected with the light and have found their own internal light to shine it onto this dark world. How do you get rid of the darkness? With the light. How do you find that light? Clean up your body. Get rid of the toxins. Eat better food. Restore your nutrients. Stop eating sugar, especially processed sugar. Really dig into your cravings and addictions and ask yourself why. Notice those cravings. What is it there for? What purpose is it serving? What lesson is it trying to teach you? There's always a lesson. Always. Always. Maybe there's an emotion that needs some attention and needs to be felt and cried out and released. Maybe your inner child needs some love and attention and affection from you because you've been ignoring him or her just like they were ignored by your parents. Go within. Go deep within. There is a lot of distractions right now to try to keep you from connecting with a higher power. There are a ton of distractions to keep you poisoned and keep you at a low frequency. The lower the frequency, the further you are away from God. This world is just designed to keep you away from God. So, ask yourself what you want. Happiness and God? Or indulgence, addictions, fear, sadness, grief and depression and anger? I don't know. I've been there. That's pretty it's not a fun life. It's not fun to be angry all the time. It's not fun to just like hate the world and hate yourself. And you have to live in your body. You have to live in your own body. We have to learn to love ourselves. And my God, that is hard. That is not an easy one. But that's the most important one, for sure. So if you need help or guidance, let me know. I can coach you. I can give you tips and suggestions. I can be your support if you just need someone to listen and hold you accountable. Because I know what it's like to deal with sugar addictions. I know what it is like to be depressed, clinically depressed, put on medications. I know what it feels like to get off of antidepressants, and that sucks. That shit is miserable. Nobody should be on that. Nobody. You need tryptophan instead of pills. Please let me know if I can be of service to you in any way. It would be my honor, because all I want in this life is to see people heal. We all deserve to be healed. We all deserve the life of our dreams. We all deserve to be happy all the time for no reason. And don't get me wrong, like, this isn't about like toxic positivity, like only positive things, only good vibes. No. We have the spectrum of human emotions, right? If you have a bad day one day, if you have something sad happen, that is okay, and it is okay to feel sad or angry. But don't hold on to it, and don't dwell in it for days, weeks, and months. That's the difference. The baseline should be happiness. So then when you fall down and you fall off of the happiness wagon, it's easier to climb back up and get back to that place of joy. That's the goal. The baseline should not be depression and a struggle to feel happy every day. God, that sucks. It sucks. It's so hard. I know what it feels like. You deserve everything. You deserve everything. We all do, and I believe that, truly, in my heart. So please let me know. I will leave contact information in the description, as well as my website. Shoot me an email, and let's talk. Let's figure out how you can change your life and get to the place of true enjoyment and following your passion and your dreams and your desires. And know that you're worth it, whether you believe it or not right now. Start cultivating that. Write it down. I am worthy, because you are. And I think that's really at the root of it too. So if you do any one thing, manifest self-worth, just write it out. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. Over and over and over and over again. Tell yourself that. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I am worthy. Self-love. It's number one. Your health, your wellness. Number one. Thank you, God. Thank you for these experiences. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude is the way to go. Don't ever forget that. Be grateful. Be thankful. Be happy. And be well. And I hope you have a great, fantastic, amazing, magical day.